Okay, we got a Monday recap. So going into today, Monday, no news. Um, we're obviously bearish, and we have these bearish hourly lows right here. And then there was another low that you could have targeted technically. But just wasn't confident on that. You'll see why. We haven't swept on any of the assets. So going into the day, we start off. Just hop right on the 1 minute actually. So on the 1 minute, ES was already really close to that low. Yeah, market open right here. So I was kind of expecting us to just sweep it like right away. And if we got like some like bullish reversal or something, I can target like maybe AM highs or London highs or something like that. But what we ended up doing was 9:30 we displaced down. We get close to that low, and then we have this gap right here that I expect to hold and bring us lower. We get a decent reaction, but we get this kind of wick right here, so I wasn't confident entering just off of that. Um, we end up slowly chopping up, coming through this gap. Um, we put in ES takes out this high, and NQ, we create an S&T right there, and I'm still confident that these lows are getting hit like 100%. There's no way these don't. But the one thing is that like the way we've been trading recently is like, yes, it's a very confident draw, but uh lately we have just been doing some bullshit where like we'll get really close and then we'll like come all the way up here or something to like the hourly gap and then displace down and go lower. So we're just looking for some sort of clean flip idea and we didn't really get that. So looking on the 5 minute actually, right? I saw this 5 minute gap got inverted. So I'm like, okay, 5 minute gap got inverted. I didn't see this tiny 5 minute gap. This is actually not bad because we swept this high inside the 5 minute and then we rejected down lower with the SMT. Looking back at it, it was a decent setup, but it just wasn't my model. What I would look for here is like some sort of inversion. There was nothing to inverse here. From the SMT, the sweep, we got good displacement from the 5 minute gap too. This gap should hold us, but again, I've seen so much bullshit in these markets, bro. So waiting for if we like somehow create a fair value gap right here, it wouldn't be big enough for me to really take anyways. But when we displace down like this is 100% gonna hit, this to this low. But like that's not even close to a 1-to-1 RR. I didn't see this low at the time, so I didn't target and I would have gone break even anyways. So basically no entries for me on that. If we're looking at Justin Werland's model, I've looked at before, but just like I really have never traded it. It's pretty clean. SMT, good draw on liquidity. We get a change in the state like right here, pull back right into that perfectly, add in position, and then displace down. Um, but then again, like I'm just not confident on that model, and I've never traded that model, so why would I? I never back tested it or anything, so. Just staying with what I know, and there's no entries for me here. Um, so we swept this low, right? On both NQ and ES. Actually, no, ES didn't sweep it yet. But we kind of rejected off of that. We filled this imbalance, and then we got like a flip kind of down to this low. Again, not sure at this moment that we're actually going to go lower just because we swept the low and we don't necessarily need to go any lower. And this doesn't really prove it to me that we're going lower. It's a good reaction, yeah, but just a lower win rate because this low is already swept. We have an S&T there, all that. So didn't want to take that and it ended up working out. But then after that, all the targets are swept. And what do we get? Just get chop. There's no targets beneath us. We are literally in a giant gap. On the daily. Yeah, we just like we came right here. You can target the gap fill maybe, but like, bro, what do you? That's not high probability at this point. We already swept out all the targets. Do I think like if we save these lows for tomorrow, because I think for the rest of the week we have red folder. If we save these lows, I think that's a pretty good draw because we're very obviously bearish right here. We do want to. Well, I'm assuming we want to, complete the sell curve down here, maybe even here. Um. And then from there, we could see longs after that. It just depends what we get. But yeah, for now, I'm still bearish every single day because for the past 2 weeks, we've just chopped around, manipulated, and then dumped every single day. So, you know, no entries for me today. And I was so happy. Like recently, like I've been just getting so much FOMO, just missing out on everything. But like now I know my model. I know what I need to look for. And if I get a flip in the direction where I have a confident draw and, it's not like it's not a stupid ass trade, like I'm gonna take that. Just never got an entry. Um, it kind of swept it out pretty quick and pretty choppy. No news Monday too. Like don't really want to be putting too much risk on the day. So pretty happy with how I traded. I had the right ideas and everything. It's just again no entry. Um, and that's gonna happen. But I'm perfectly fine. I didn't get any FOMO today. I didn't care that people made money off of this shit because for me personally, I'm not comfortable with risking the evals that I have right now for that. Even if they are evals, like I don't have any fundeds right now, so that's basically my fundeds. So I'm taking only, good trades. And yeah, that's it. Hopefully tomorrow presents something.